Hook plus deeper setup. What if everything you've been told about love, happiness, and relationships was never really about you? They say you need someone to be whole, that without a girlfriend, without a partner, you're incomplete, like you're just a half, waiting for someone to make you feel worthy. But let me ask you this. Have you ever wondered who benefits from that belief? From the idea that you're not enough on your own? Movies, songs, society, they all repeat the same message. Find the one. Fall in love. Then you'll be happy. But what if that's not true? What if happiness doesn't come from another person? What if being alone wasn't a curse, but a superpower? What if living solo wasn't something to fix, but something to embrace, breaking the illusion? They told you being single is a problem. That being alone means you're missing out. But look around. How many people are in relationships just because they're afraid to be alone? How many sacrifice their peace, their dreams, their identity? Just to say, I'm not single? They confuse attachment with love, dependence with connection. But love should never cost you yourself. Living solo doesn't mean you failed. It doesn't mean you're broken, unwanted, or behind. It means you've chosen yourself first. And in a world that constantly pushes you to chase others, choosing yourself is rebellion, it's power, it's freedom. The power of being whole, ultimate, extended version. You are not a missing puzzle piece. You are the whole picture. No one else gets to decide your worth. No relationship defines your identity. But still, they keep pushing the same idea. If you're alone, something's wrong with you. That you're broken, incomplete, behind. Think about it. From childhood, you were shown fairy tales, where the goal was always to find someone, to be chosen, to be loved by someone else so you could finally love yourself. And now, social media turns love into a performance. Happy couples on Instagram, romantic captions, fake perfection, and behind the scenes, toxicity, loneliness, emotional chaos. Because here's the truth. You can be in a relationship and still feel completely alone. And you can be alone and feel completely at peace. Solitude isn't emptiness. It's where real strength begins. It's those quiet mornings when you wake up and your mind isn't spinning from drama. It's walking through the city, headphones on, your own rhythm, your own thoughts, feeling free, not lonely. It's choosing what to eat, where to go, what to build, without anyone needing to agree, without guilt, without compromise. It's coming home to silence and not fearing it. It's dancing in your room at midnight with no one watching and not needing them to. It's being your own peace, your own team, your own safe place. And once you feel that, really feel it, you stop seeing relationships as a rescue plan. You stop begging to be seen, to be loved, to be chosen, because you already chose yourself. And when you walk through the world with that kind of self-trust, everything changes. When your freedom threatens others, once you stop chasing, people notice, not because they admire your peace, but because it challenges them. They say things like, so you're really still single? You're not lonely? Don't you want someone? But what they're really asking is, how are you okay when I'm not? How can you be happy without what I was told I need? Because your independence exposes the illusion they've been living in. You become a mirror, and not everyone likes what they see in it. They see you enjoying your time, building your projects, taking care of your body, your mind, and they feel something uncomfortable. Not jealousy, but confusion. Because deep down, they've been taught love equals worth, relationships equal success. Loneliness is failure. So when you reject that belief, you're not just living differently, you're breaking a pattern, and that scares people. But here's the truth. You don't owe anyone a relationship. You don't need to explain your peace, defend your joy, or justify your silence. You are not here to meet their timeline. You're here to meet yourself deeply, truly, fully. Because the more time you spend alone, the more you realize you were never missing anything. You were just distracted by noise. Now the noise is gone, and in that silence, you found clarity. You stopped waiting for someone to choose you and chose yourself. And that changes everything. If love comes, it comes to a whole person, extended version. You don't have to reject love to be free. You just have to stop needing it to survive. There's a big difference between wanting someone and depending on them to fix you. One comes from strength, the other comes from fear. When you become whole on your own, you stop playing games. You stop chasing people who are unsure about you. You stop shrinking just to fit into someone else's life. You stop calling it love when it's really just attachment. You stop calling it loyalty when it's really just fear of being alone. You begin to look at love not as a lifeline, but as a bonus, a beautiful, unpredictable, organic part of life, not the center of it. Because here's the truth no one likes to admit. If your peace can be destroyed by someone walking away, it was never peace, it was dependency. So you start doing the work. You build routines that don't rely on someone else showing up. You find joy in simple things. Early mornings, late night walks, making your own coffee, just the way you like it. You fall in love with silence. You fall in love with the person you've become in that silence. And then, something magical happens. You stop seeing love as a cure. You start seeing it as a mirror. A good partner doesn't save you. They reflect your growth. They see your light, but they don't become it. They walk with you, but they don't carry you. And if one day you meet someone like that, you won't lose yourself in the process. You won't forget who you are just to keep them, because now you know you are already home. If they come, they come. If they don't, you're still rising, still building, still living fully, unapologetically, powerfully, because love is not the prize. You are. And anyone who enters your life now enters a life that's already rich, already calm, already full of meaning. You don't need them. You choose them. If they align, and if they don't, you keep walking with your head high, with your heart whole, and with zero fear of being alone, because you're not alone. You have you, and that's more than enough. The art of living solo, freedom with structure. Living solo isn't a void, it's a canvas, and the way you fill it determines who you become. Most people think living alone means being lonely, but they confuse silence with emptiness. In reality, a solo life can be the most vibrant, fulfilling chapter you'll ever experience, if you design it intentionally. Here are the truths and tools that make it powerful. 1. Make your space sacred. When no one else is around, your environment shapes your mind. Keep it clean, not for visitors, for yourself. Make it a reflection of your vision. Your room isn't just where you sleep. It's where you think, heal, create, and grow. Light candles. Rearrange furniture. Add reminders of who you're becoming. Make it yours. Deeply yours. 2. Build rituals, not routines. Routine sounds cold, mechanical. Rituals have meaning. Morning coffee becomes a moment of grounding. Evening walks become reflection time. Reading before bed becomes self-respect. It's not just what you do, it's how and why you do it. 3. Talk to yourself with kindness. You'll be alone with your thoughts a lot, so you better make those thoughts good company. Train your inner voice to be your mentor, not your enemy. Catch the self-criticism. Replace it with truth. Your lazy becomes, no, I'm tired, but I still care. You'll never make it becomes, you're learning. That takes time. Keep going. 4. Learn to cook, even just a few meals, not because you need to survive, but because nourishing yourself is a quiet act of self-love. Don't wait for someone to cook for you. You're worth the effort, even if no one else sees it. 5. Journal. Not just what happened, but what you felt. Living solo is emotional. You'll face waves of peace, excitement, doubt, and loneliness. Write it all. Patterns will appear. Answers will reveal themselves. Journaling turns chaos into clarity. Stay connected on your terms. Solo doesn't mean isolated. Have a deep talk friend. Have a let's go walk friend. You don't need a huge circle. You need honest one. 7. Create something, anything. Draw, write, building. Start a channel. Creation is how you talk back to life. It turns boredom into beauty. It makes solitude meaningful. Move your body daily, not to look a certain way, but to remind yourself, I am alive, I am capable, I have energy to shape this day. 9. Don't over-romanticize relationships. Watch happy couples, fine. But don't forget, a lot of love stories come with pain behind the curtains. A lot of solo lives come with peace that isn't loud. You're not missing anything. You're just choosing to build something rare. A life where you are enough, with or without anyone else. You are not behind, you're becoming unstoppable. Let's break the lie right now. You're not behind because you're alone. You're ahead because you've chosen the hard path, the path of self-mastery, the path of becoming whole before becoming someone's. Most people rush into relationships to avoid themselves, but not you. You stopped running, you faced the silence, and you started building from within. Do you know how rare that is? Fact. People who spend time single and invest in themselves tend to report higher life satisfaction in the long run, even in later relationships, because they know who they are. They don't accept crumbs. They don't beg to be chosen. They choose. And here's another fact. More people are living single today than ever in human history. Not because they're broken, but because they're evolving. Because they realize, I can be full on my own. You're learning to handle your emotions without dumping them on someone else. You're learning discipline, not for approval, but for power. You're turning your room into a fortress, your habits into weapons, your silence into strategy. That's not loneliness. That's legendary. And let's talk about energy. When you're not constantly worrying about who texts you back or whether you're good enough for someone, you unlock insane focus, creative fire, momentum that people in toxic relationships never get to taste. You start doing things not to impress, but to express who you are. You dress well for you. You eat clean because your future deserves it. You grind not for attention, but because freedom is the flex. That's the new standard. You're not sitting around waiting to be saved. You're becoming the kind of person who doesn't need saving. And when love finally comes, if it aligns, great. If not, you won't fold. You'll keep walking, not bitter, not cold, just clear, strong, focused. Because now you know, you were never incomplete. You were just in training, sharpening, leveling up, becoming the kind of person who walks into a room and knows their value, with or without a ring, a title, or a good morning text. You're not behind. You're not broken. You're becoming dangerous in the best way possible. So keep going, head high, eyes clear. This isn't your waiting room. This is your rise. You were never missing anything. If you're still watching this, then maybe a part of you always knew that being alone isn't a punishment. It's a path, a sacred, powerful, misunderstood path. They told you, you'll be happy when you find someone. But here's the truth. You can be happy now. You can be free now. You can be powerful, creative, whole, now. Because no one completes you. You were never missing pieces, just missing perspective. Every moment you spend alone isn't wasted. It's an investment in peace, in clarity, in your future. When you stop trying to escape yourself, you meet the most important person in your life, you. And trust me, once you learn to love your own company, you'll never let chaos into your life just to fill the silence. You'll say no to almost, to half love, to low standards and loud distractions, because now you know your worth. You're not just single, you're sovereign, you're not lonely, you're available for greatness. No, it's not always easy. There will be nights that feel quiet, but there will also be mornings where you wake up, look around, and realize you built peace with your bare hands. You found joy in the small things. You became someone you're proud of, and when that happens, whether love finds you or not, you've already won. So next time someone says, "Why are you still single?" just smile and say, "Because I'm not rushing what I'm building, and I'm not settling for anything less than extraordinary." This is your life, And it doesn't begin when someone else shows up. It begins when you do, and you just did.